Have you ever wondered if you can learn anything you set your mind to? Seriously, anything. Forget about waiting for some hidden talent to appear. In this video, we are going to talk about 5 easy steps how you can actually learn anything in this world. Hello everyone, Alina Hicks is here, and actually I'm so excited to make this video because this is something that really changed my life for me personally. Before we're going to get into my personal stuff, we are going to talk about the science. Like, you see all these amazing people doing incredible things online. And you just think, I wish I had some hidden talent waiting for me to be discovered. But then you think, heard a lot the people saying the talent is something you have to be born with, or it's something magical that you get, that you choose, before you appear into this world, you're choosing the talent you want to have. No, and I'm here to tell you that it's all big lie. And I wish someone told me earlier that if I want to dance, I can dance at any age, and if I want to learn the language, I can do it at any time. Forget about the talent, because it's all about learning. Think about it, your brain, it's like a sponge that's just waiting to soak up new skills. In this video, we will talk about 5 steps that you need to take to master absolutely anything in this life. So science backs me up on all this learning thing. This is fancy word called neuroplasticity, which basically means your brain, it's like a gym. It can literally build a new connection and get better at the stuff the more you practice it. Plus, there's this amazing concept, growth mindset. Basically, if you believe you can improve it, guess what? You actually can. You know how many times this thing helped me in my life when I decided that I'm going to do it, and once I actually believed that I'm going to do it, it's actually happened. I know you probably heard this a million times. Stay with me, I'm sure you are about to learn something new. Here's the thing, it's not about some magical ability you were born with. It's about something that you want to do. Step 1, find your inner talent. I'm going to help you to find out what you actually want to do. And here's how. So let's get a little bit silly here. Grab a pen and a paper, or you can just open your notes. I want you to write 5 things that you will do for free. Imagine you have all the money, all the free time in the world. What would you do? What would you spend your days doing for fun? Imagine you have all money, all time. Just think about it, 5 things that you will even enjoy doing for free. And when you have free time, that's what I will do. I'm gonna go help my friend to choose outfit, or perhaps you're the life of the party, and whenever it's a party, you like to go and play some music. Maybe that's your passion, maybe music your passion. I'm gonna to let you think on this. You can pause, or you can come to this exercise later after you watch this whole video. But I want you to really think, what would you do if you had all your money, you had all this free time in your life? Imagine, just no worries, no ever thinking where I'm gonna pay my rent for. You have all of this. Even if you think you don't know how to do it, what would you do? And remember, we're talking about pure passion here. Step 2, use ChatGPT to supercharge your learning. I know this probably sounds like, what, ChatGPT? How can I use ChatGPT? But hold on, I'm going to tell you how I improved myself for literally just 1 year using ChatGPT. First of all, English is my second language. Whenever I want to learn something that is complicated and they're using some technology language, which I probably don't even know what this means in my own language, learning it in English makes it 1,000 times harder. How I use ChatGPT to create a landing page for my website. Hello, my name is Alina. This is my goal. I want to create a landing page, but English is my second language. Also, I have zero knowledge in technology. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to go. I don't even know anything about it. You can get really creative with ChatGPT, and you can ask anything that you want to learn. It's not even Google, because when you want to code and you ask Google how to code, it just gives you all this information that makes you anxious, and you just don't want to learn anything, and you're just like, okay, thank you, never mind. But here ChatGPT you can actually make it fun. Just try it. I promise you're gonna have so much fun with that. Let's say you want to learn new language. With ChatGPT, learning new language, it's like the best thing ever. I also want to improve my English, and every time I don't know the word, I don't know how to use that, I can ask, explain me how I can use this word in daily life. and there are literally no limits. You want to learn how to cook, how to dance, just ask what's your first steps. It's going to be so much easier for you in your head, understanding that it's not that hard. They're just using all this language that makes it even more complicated. But actually, it's not that complicated to learn anything in the life, because we're coming to step 3. All right, ChatGPT prepared you with the basics. Now it's a time to dive deeper. YouTube is your best friend. If I will get a $1 for using YouTube to learn how to do a new thing, to learn how to use a new software program, I will be a millionaire. I use YouTube pretty much for anything in this life. Once I used YouTube to ask how to open a bottle. So it was like some fancy water thing, a water bottle, and I couldn't open it. And I was like, I'm sure I'm not the only one. And there was a video. So if you think, oh, I'm the only one on this planet who don't know. No, there are tons of people who already created a video for you on YouTube if you don't know how to do something. Don't forget of the power of the real world. If you really want to learn how to dance, just find some local studio near your house and go take your first lesson. You never know what connections you actually can make. Doesn't matter if it's your local studio that offers donation classes, just go there. You never know who you can find. It can be a person who are already doing something you want to learn. It's either a person or it's a local place that you're going to, and you're surrounding yourself with the people who are already doing something that you just starting to learn. We're coming to step number 4. For me, I think that was the hardest thing. I was afraid so much to be a cringe. Step number 4, embrace cringe. Everyone, literally everyone who is successful today, they all went through this cringe phase. Trust me, even your favorite YouTuber with millions of subscribers, he also started somewhere. The person who can do a split today, a few years ago, couldn't even touch their toes. But guess what? Those people didn't let that cringe moment stop them. They kept practicing, they kept learning, they kept doing everything to make you feel like they've been doing this all their life. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Oh, I'm afraid to be cringe. I'm afraid to be cringe. Who cares? For example, I always wanted to do ballet dancers as a kid. But at school, whenever we were dancing, girls always were commenting on the I don't have a rhythm, the I don't hear music, and I'm the last person that needs to be on the stage. Long story short, a year ago, I moved to Miami. I went to this school that had best Russian dancers, coaches, and I asked my coach a question. Do you feel confident every time you go to a stage? Because the way he was dancing, it's breathtaking. How you can feel the cringe ever? A person like you can even feel cringe or feel unconfident one day. But you know what he told me? Alina, I feel unconfident every time before I go to a stage. Feeling of worried and anxious never goes away. I'm like, what do you mean? I was like, what do you mean that's not something that will go away? He told me it gets easier, that's for sure, it gets easier. You learn how to work with your brain, how to push that insecurity back, but it never goes away. And even if you don't care what others think about you anymore, you still feel that cringe because you always compare yourself to yourself. Even if you're at that level that you don't need to compare to others, you compare yourself to yourself. It's just the thing that you have to overcome it. You have to accept that you're cringe at that moment. At that moment you feel cringe, and that's okay. Everyone who's learning something new first day, they feel cringe. And a year after of being in that school, taking 2 classes a week, I went on the stage for the first time in the ballet dancing school. I danced, even though it wasn't perfect, obviously it was my first performance, but it was just me and him. We were ball dancing like it was always in my dream, and I was thinking it will never happen in my life. I could never dance. I'm literally a cow. That's how I saw myself when I was dancing. It all disappears because I didn't give up. I was coming back to the studio. I was asking him questions. That's what I was talking about. Step number 3, you have to find someone who's already expert, or just find them on YouTube if you don't have anyone in your circle. Once you understand that that person who's already successful in something that you are about to learn, and they already have success, and once you understand that that even that person feels cringe sometimes, your life going to become much easier, I promise. Next time you're trying something new and you feel a little bit cringy, remember this: that's okay. It's all part of the process. It's okay. You're not gonna die, nothing gonna happen. Probably no one even noticed. Nobody starts off perfect. Nobody. So embrace the cringe, laugh at yourself, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. And remember, the only way is to stay in that cringe zone is to give up. You are going to stay in that cringe zone if you're going to give up. You're going to be always cringe for yourself. So to overcome this cringe zone, you need to become the cringe. You need to accept that I'm okay being a cringe. Who said that? Who said that I'm a cringe? And I'm okay about that. You know, to overcome this. Life is amazing once you're gonna stop thinking about what other people think. I promise you, you're gonna just focus on yourself. And you're gonna stop thinking what other people think. If you're a cringe or not, who can go and live their life? You're building your life. You're building your life. You're gonna try new things. That's something that you always wanted to try. You know why we're not gonna care what other people think? Because we know the people laugh at yourself, the people judge you only because they can't accept themselves doing that. They love, they judge themselves, not you, themselves, trust me. I just want to hug you so much and tell you that I promise your life is going to be much easier. You're going to less care what other people think. Oh my gosh, I remember how I was just not starting my YouTube channel because I was worried that other people will think. The last but not least, step number 5. This step is the most important because if you're not going to do it, all these 4 steps are just waste of time. Alright, now that you are ready to conquer the fear of being a cringe, let's talk action. We have identified your talent, or at least a starting point. We use ChatGPT to get a head start. We explored resources like YouTube, local options, but the most important step is this: take action. The next 10 days are all about these tiny little steps towards your new talent. But it doesn't have to be huge. Let's say your goal is to learn Spanish. Spend 10 minutes a day watching a Spanish TikTok video, listening to a Spanish podcast, or having a simple conversation with someone. Every little bit counts. Remember the science term we talked about earlier, neuroplasticity? We just need to form new connections in your brain for you to learn that new skill. If you want to become a blogger, even if you write 1 sentence a day, then what do you want to talk about? What's your message is about? Start doing something small today to create those connections in your brain. The key here is consistency. Trust me, if you're going to do something for the next 10 days, even small, something really tiny, you'll be very surprised of how much you can actually learn in this short time. Forget about waiting for some magical talent to appear. With a little science, some awesome resources, and a willingness to embrace the cringe, I promise you, you can learn anything you set your mind to. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a pen, get curious, and start your learning adventure today. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this video. I will see you next time. And don't forget to like, subscribe for more tips and tricks on how to become the best version of yourself.